The FBI is on alert for any potential threat to the U.S. Jewish community ahead of Passover, which starts tomorrow. Director Christopher Wray said the FBI remains concerned lone actors could target large gatherings, high-profile events, or symbolic or religious locations for violence. He warned the FBI has observed homegrown violence and a surge in hoax threats against Jewish facilities, as well as a range of threats from abroad.
I want you to know that we at the FBI are closely tracking these very real threats that have your communities on edge, and we're actively hitting back at the perpetrators full force.
We've seen a tsunami of anti-Semitism, just a tidal wave of anti-Jewish hate.
Greenblatt states they have seen an uprising of anti-Semitism grow even stronger after October 7th when Hamas attacked Israel.
Locally, places of worship say they're being cautious. LCSO has its observation tower in place at Temple Beth El.
And Wink News reporter Camila Pereira tells us about the increased security as people get ready for Passover tomorrow evening.
What was meant to be a time for celebration has turned into one filled with fear and hate following the FBI's warning. So local law enforcement has taken matters into their own hands, like putting this tower right here, as well as surveillancing the area through deputy cars to make sure that local places of worship are safe for people to practice their faith and celebrate come Monday. Agencies like the Lee, Collier, and Charlotte County Sheriff's Office and the Fort Myers and Cape Coral Police Departments all have pledged to have increased vigilance and security in response to these heightened concerns because Passover holds deep significance. Commemorating the liberation of Israelites from slavery in Egypt, it's a time for reflection on freedom, resilience, and instills hope. And while fear persists, Carrie Elise Sims, co-chair of Solidarity with Israel, believes the spirit of this holiday will help the community to be strong.
Celebrate Passover and read the words. Read what has God done in the past, and focus on that. Because terrorists their goal is to terrorize us. They want us to live in fear. They want us to go and hide under a rock. That is their goal. And Israelis understand that. They understand that what terrorists want to do is to terrorize and to cause everybody to live in fear, and we can't succumb to that.
In fact, one woman we spoke with shared the message behind Passover, saying, quote, if they can survive and stand up and have the heart and the resilience to move forward, then in a way, so can they. So come Monday when Passover begins, it'll be what motivates them to live without any fear. In Fort Myers, Camila Pereira, Wink News.
We spoke with a woman who told us that's why she feels she has to be extra cautious when celebrating this year. She asked us to protect her identity out of fear.
Well, if a survivor from the kibbutzes that I know personally, and from someone who survived the festival, which could have easily been one of my children, if they can survive and stand up and have the heart and the resilience to move forward, that's the message of Passover. That is what it is. It is the message. It's our escape out of Egypt, and our return to our homeland.
Our local leaders took to social media to express their thoughts on the rising Middle East tensions ahead of Passover. Congressman Mario Diaz-Balart took to X and said, quote, the House also demonstrated robust support for key ally Israel by passing several measures dedicated to protecting critical national security interests and holding the terrorist regime of Iran accountable with tough sanctions. Diaz-Balart also said, quote, we must counter any threats posed to our national security interests. That's why passage of these national security pieces of legislation is crucial. Our country, our allies, are safer when America leads.